And I'll be selling books after the show or during the intermission. Here are some highlights from my career as a Jewish American actress, a JA. I read for a commercial, which I knew I would book because I had worked with the director, Stu Lefkowitz, before, and he was looking for an Annie Korzen type. Sure thing, right? I do not get the job. Stu Lefkowitz hires a perky little blonde. I am too Jewish to play myself. When they film the story of my life, my role will probably go to Reese Witherspoon. Another time, my agent submits me for a movie, but the director, Harold Slamansky, won't see me. He thinks I'm too Jewish. I get this all the time, but this is for the role of a rabbi. Slamansky is only seeing Gentile actresses because he wants to make sure that the character is likable. Let's face it, the only good news for Jewish women in the last century was William Jefferson Clinton. Think about it. He risked his marriage, his career, and the stability of the United States government, all for a sexual obsession with a dark-haired, Zoftig Jewish girl. For this alone, he gets my vote. Anyway, so one night I went to this little theater where TV comedy writers perform humorous essays. And a guy did a piece about a whiny mieskite, that's Yiddish for ugly. And the piece is called The Little Jap, Jewish American Princess, The Little Jap That Could. And then he reads the whiny, ugly little Jap's letters home from camp. Oh, I'm finally down to a size 1, but these uniforms are lacking in flair, and the counselors are really strict. Whatever. And the big joke is the whiny, ugly little Jap he's talking about is Anne Frank, and the camp is Auschwitz. Get it? Now, call me prissy. But this material does not tickle my funny bone. He continues, the train ride really sucked. No air conditioning, and we couldn't get near the bar car. Fortunately, it was an express. Arts and crafts are really boring. All we do is take gold out of teeth. And the horrible, scariest part is the audience is laughing. I just want to get up and get out, but I'm stuck way up in a corner. And then I hear these weird sounds, and they're coming from my mouth. This is not funny. Get off the stage. You're an abomination. Abomination? I didn't even know I knew that word. It's so biblical. The show stops. I get angry stares from the audience. Nobody backs me up, and the comic finishes his act to rousing applause. The next day, I call my friend Howard. Anne Frank, I'm nauseous. Nauseous. But don't you worry. Everything that goes around comes around, and that little putz has given himself a shitload of bad karma. I know Howard means well, but I don't really buy into that karma crap. A lot of evil is not only unpunished, but rewarded. Pat Robertson is worth $30 million. I'm so depressed about the whole experience. I go to bed for a week and watch Frasier reruns. Much to my surprise, the producers of the show invite me to return in a couple of weeks and do a piece explaining my behavior. Hey, someone is giving me a chance to take center stage. I will be witty and charming and poignant, and everyone will love me and agree with my point of view. Not quite. When the word of my scheduled appearance gets out, I start getting emails from the comic and his buddies. You will be forced off stage in the ugliest way possible, you fascist crone. You will die bitter and alone, you humorless hag. I'd like to kick you in your withered cunt. And then the messages start to get nasty. You are the living personification of why Jewish men have such contempt for Jewish women. Well, what should I do? Should I cancel? I am not a brave person. As a matter of fact, I am afraid of just about everything. You see a beach, I see shark attacks. You see a pimple, I see melanoma. All I've ever wanted in my whole life is for the people I love to just stay in the house. Because it's a dangerous world out there. What have I gotten myself into? I finally decided that, in spite of the threats, I would indeed re-enter the lion's den. I may be a scaredy cat, but I'm also a stubborn bitch, and I didn't want the bad guys to win. I couldn't sleep or eat for days leading up to the event, which was great because I lost some weight. We got extra police patrol in case of a disturbance, and the theater placed a big, burly bodyguard on the side of the stage. Don't you just love showbiz? I spoke. I told them I believe comedy is an art, and art is supposed to make you feel good about being alive, and that comics piece made me want to kill myself. And then I revealed that my family is distantly related to Anne Frank. This is a total lie, but who cares? Some people applauded. Others still accuse me of censorship. I don't really think I changed anybody's mind, but the good news is I did not get beaten up. I don't know if Howard was right about that karma crap. I don't know if that comic died a hideous and untimely death. I like to think so. But the night I presented my case was the first time I ever participated in a spoken word event. I've done it countless times since, and this format has become my most powerful and satisfying and profitable creative endeavor. So who knows? Maybe that was my karma. Or maybe there's always some kind of reward when you're dumb enough to stand up and speak out.